everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be reacting to some messy family drama. Am I the asshole for kicking out my husband and mother-in-law for going against my no dog near the baby rule? I've been with my husband for 6 years. He moved into my home 3 years ago and we married shortly after. A year prior to him moving in with me, he got himself a dog. It wasn't a joint decision. Straight away here, I don't like it. Guys, when you get together with someone, it's very important that these sorts of decisions are discussed because it's important life decisions. A dog's just not just a toy that you can get into your house and then put it in the street. So this is very, very important to be spoken with. I would have said no because I'm allergic. See? This is so bad. Like, you have to be very attentive to this, to your partner. You can't just like bring a pet and not even know like if your partner's allergic or not. That's a very inconsiderate. I would have said no because I'm allergic to dog saliva, which he 100% knew. He knew. I think we know where this husband needs to go, but let's continue. Let's try not to judge too early on, but I'm already upset. He told me he got the dog after he already went and paid $800 for her from a backyard breeder. She's a cowboy corgi. Okay, I love corgis, guys. I love corgis, but that doesn't justify the fact that you should get a dog without considering that your partner is allergic to dog saliva, and they already discussed, and she said no. He started talking to me about moving in with me maybe 6 months after he got the dog, and I was pretty blunt in saying that it likely can't happen because I would never be okay with a dog living in my home with my allergy, and that's 100% reasonable. He started talking about these allergy shots. Listen, this is the thing. It's not on you to tell now your partner to go out of their way to get shots when this was a spoken matter. Like, it's not onto them to now just do this. You are the one that had no consideration and regard for your partner. This is terrible. I am not liking where this is going, guys. He started talking about these allergy shots that his sister takes so she can have her dogs, but I refused because I don't want to take shots, meds to be around a dog that I never wanted. Once again, completely reasonable request. Once again, it's not like you guys haven't talked about this problem before he even got the dog, so. Not only that, but the dog nips and always had. I watched her latch right on to his nose, chin, mouth several times and draw blood, and he never corrected her because she's just telling me she loves me. I don't think this dude really... I have the feeling that not only did he completely not have any regards to the partner, it doesn't seem like he's gonna be the one really taking care of the dog because, yeah, let's continue. So I'm all set with that. I suggested we just live apart. He said that wasn't an option. Excuse you? Oh, I'm sorry, my king, that this is not your option, even though you had no regard for your partner and now you're all upset, like now I can't live with you? What do you mean? I'm judging this guy now. I'm doing it, guys. He said that wasn't an option for him and that he would figure it out. 3 days later, he told me that his mother wanted his dog, so he was just going to let her keep her, and this way he'd still be able to visit her. Okay, that could work. In the past 3.5 years, he has seen the dog maybe 4 times. People like this, guys, should not have pets. Say it with me. If you're not gonna take care of your pet, you should not have pets. Period. Period. Pets are just like having a baby. Once you get them, you shouldn't even be able to get rid of them, guys. I'm just putting it out there. And you gotta take care of them. It's your obligation to take care of those sweet babies. So, this is awful. This guy doesn't strike me as the nicest dude out there. Fast forward to December of 2022. We find out we are expecting a baby. Oh girl. Oh. Like, congratulations to you, but this man just doesn't. Oh god, I'm scared now, guys. While going through the discussions and everything, I told him I didn't want any dog near the baby at all until she was older, especially because I'm not really sure how it works with allergies, but I wonder if because she is allergic to the dog, potentially the baby could also be allergic, so that's actually a very reasonable request. My husband completely agreed with me and said he didn't want dogs near the baby either. Okay, perfect. Hopefully my guy grew a little bit during these years that I've passed in the middle of the circumstances. We had our daughter in September. She's almost 5 months old now. The dog issue was never brought up again. However, he tells me yesterday his mom is stopping by, so I got to the store to grab some food to cook. I left the baby with him at home. Oh no, I'm seeing where this is going. This is not good. When I got back, his mother was here already and she had brought the dog with her. Okay. When I walked inside, my husband was holding the dog in his arms. My mother-in-law was holding my baby and they were putting them close together. Wow. The wife right now is like, am I a joke to you? Like, seriously. Oh my god, this is triggering me. There's no regard, there's no respect from these people. It's insane. They're putting them close together saying, "Ah, you love the baby," or "Ah, you love the doggy. Be easy with the doggy." I love dogs, guys. I love them. I love dogs. I love cats. I think they're precious. I love them. But like, I can understand this. If you're allergic, you don't want to be close to the animal that makes you allergic. It's uncomfortable. It's bad. Like, and if you don't want dogs next to your baby, like, it's completely understandable. Nobody has to have the same feeling towards a pet, you know what I mean? Like, and that's completely fine. That's why I am really, like, I'm really in favor of just like, you gotta treat your pet as you would treat a baby, like, especially outside. I see that a lot of people, for example, just let your dog, like the dogs, like run wild and go up to people, and that is very fun and nice if the people are okay with it. But if the people are scared, there's a lot of phobias around pets. When I was younger, I got a little dog throwing me on the floor, so I actually was scared of dogs for a long time. So I can sympathize with people not having to be close to your pet. I know you love them, and I know that sometimes this is hard, but you have to really understand that sometimes the other people, it's not that they don't like pets, but sometimes they just can't be close to pets for their own reasons, and we should respect that. So always make sure you look at your pet, you take them next to you, and you just don't let them run wild, because also you don't know the people that it's gonna interact to your dog. You know, like, it could be bad. Some person could just, like, I don't know, kick them, you know. I would be terrified. So I can understand, like, this lady's point. My daughter was screaming and the dog had whale eyes, trying to kick out of my husband's arms to get to the baby while throat growling. Ooh, that's a little bit scary. I flipped out. I took my baby from my mother-in-law and told them both to get the F out of my house. And she did good. She did good because no one had regards to what she had requested long ago. It's not even the first time. So my husband immediately doubled down and said, I wasn't letting them get too close. It's fine. So I told him that we agreed to not have dogs around the baby at all, and he said, well, I figured you meant your mom's dogs. My mom has pit bulls. Why would it be just her mom's dogs? Okay, that's very strange. They end up leaving, during which time I broke out in hives just from holding my baby. Look at that, see? And once again, now she has to be uncomfortable in her own house when her husband 100% knows that she's allergic. And now she is having to deal with hives. So I know they had the dog and my baby much closer than they claimed because she clearly had dog saliva on her. My husband has been texting and calling saying I'm blowing this out of proportion. You're not, girl, you are not at all. And that nothing happened, or argued that I've seen that dog latch onto his face and draw blood, and he agreed to not have any dogs around our baby, so I had nothing else to say to him. I then put my phone up and stepped away from it for about 6 hours. When I returned, there was over 90 missed calls and texts. Oh my god. His last text says, you're the only effing reason I got rid of my dog to begin with, and I will never forgive you for it. I've resented you for years. I've missed my dog endlessly this entire time, and I couldn't even tell you because you're so anti-dog. My dog would never hurt my daughter. Am I the asshole? No. No, you're not. Like, she is not the asshole. Like, this guy is completely inconsiderate. He got the dog way before knowing, when he way before knew that she was allergic to the dog's saliva. Now he's trying to make her look bad, just like she doesn't like dogs. You're anti-dog. No. It's just a simple request for someone that is allergic to dog saliva. Come on. Oh my god. I'm very interested to see what the comments say, guys. But for me, 100% not the asshole. It actually seems like she was very understandable because they worked it out for some years, it seems, that they've been together. And also, him saying that he loved the dog deeply and you only go and see the dog like 4 times when you could have seen it way more, that doesn't seem very reasonable. In 3.5 years, you saw your dog 4 times, and now you're accusing your wife from like keeping you away from the dog. That is just very unreasonable. But let's see these comments, guys. Let's see what this is about. Not the asshole. Let's forget about them putting your baby in danger for a second. And that's true, because if the dog latched on the people's faces, like, a baby is completely different than an adult. Like, while an adult can handle like little bites and stuff like that, because once again, it's not that the dog was like probably trying to be mean, right? But it's a baby. Just having that dog in your house is bad for you. You broke out in hives touching your baby, which means that you would come across the saliva in your house. You know they won't track the dog, so you could be having random allergy episodes for who knows how long. Back to the baby. Outside of the nipping, biting danger, your daughter could be allergic to dogs. Exactly, that's what I was mentioning, because you're genetics, you know? Between you and your husband having genetic ties to canine allergies, I would have introduced that to her slowly and in short increments. She could have hives, breathing problems, itchiness, etc., and infant medication is a hit or miss. Exactly, this is extremely important. Once again, not only did this husband disregard his wife completely, he also disregarded his daughter's safetiness, the baby's safetiness, because that's the thing, with babies and allergies, it's really complicated. Like, a baby's a very small being that, you know, like, very sensitive, very fragile, so yes. It took my son's pediatrician 2 years to finally diagnose him with asthma related to the environment, which is normal to wait until 2, but frustrating when your kid coughs constantly and no one would test to find out why. Come to find out, he's mildly and moderate allergic to cats and dogs. We have 2 of each. Anyway, your husband has shown a complete lack of care or respect for your daughter, yourself, and your home. I completely agree with this comment, guys. Everybody sucks here. Why did you have a baby with this hassle? Okay, I wouldn't say that. I can understand where this comment is coming through though, because there's a lot of red flags from before, but I don't think in this case you are the asshole. Am I the asshole for not wanting my husband to hang out with a 20-year-old girl? My 28 female husband, 32 male, and I have 2 children, 2 female and 9 months male. I just found out that while my husband was at work the other day, he, while still on the clock, went with his coworker to hang out at his ex-coworkers, 20 female. We have had many conversations in the past about how I feel like if you wouldn't do something in front of your partner or tell them about it, then you probably shouldn't be doing it. I can definitely agree with this. Like, this is probably a good relationship advice for everyone out there. If you wouldn't do something in front of your partner or tell them about it, then you probably shouldn't be doing it. Put that in a little painting and put it up in your house, guys. I also specifically told him that I don't feel comfortable with him continuing a friendship with her after he left the job he met her at, which he agreed that there's been no reason to continue pursuing a friendship with her. Like, this seems to be a very normal boundary that usually couples put in their relationships. I know that some people might not agree that you shouldn't continue to be friends with your exes and stuff like that, but if one of the partners confesses that that's a personal boundary, and if you agree with that personal boundary, you gotta respect it. Like, it might seem silly to some people, and to some people it might make a lot of sense. I personally agree with this situation, so I can sympathize with this being a boundary. But that's the thing, once it's communicated and is agreed upon, you shouldn't be taking it back, because that is a big red flag. So even though they both say they're just friends and nothing happened, it's like I don't even care because he didn't tell me he was there. And that's the bad part, because like, once again, he didn't even disclose it. Not only did you previously created the boundaries that you shouldn't continue friendships with your exes, to which he agreed, he's now not letting you know about meeting her. So that is very suspicious. He was supposed to be at work while I'm at home taking care of our 2 children. Am I overreacting, or is he wrong? Is this appropriate behavior for a married man? In my personal opinion, guys, I am gonna say that you are not the asshole. Once again, there were very clear boundaries created in what I assume a conversation about it. No interacting with exes. Exes are in the past. And it doesn't seem like, even though the husband agreed at first, it doesn't really seem like he really respects that boundary. So I don't think you're the asshole. I think he's being very sneaky, in my opinion. But let's read the comments. Let's see what they have to say, because maybe that's just me. Yep, not the asshole. Boundaries were drawn. He ignored them. Very much red flag behavior. I love that these comments are synced with me right here, guys. Watch his ass and prepare to have some tough conversations. Not the asshole. That's not appropriate behavior for a married man. And I say this as a married man. Even if he's not cheating, it's not right. But 99 out of 100, he's trying to get in her pants. Oh boy, these people out here, like, you know, I'm not gonna say that they're wrong, but yeah, it's probably tough to hear, to be honest. I apologize for your husband, but girl, you are not the asshole. Am I the asshole for not wanting to be home and not wanting to babysit when my husband has his kids, my stepchildren, for his weekend visitation? This title is promising, guys. My husband has 4 children from his previous marriage, and I have 1 child from my previous relationship. During the school year, our kids are on mostly opposite schedules. We have my daughter during the school week, and then she visits with her dad on the weekends. And then we have his children on most of the weekends since they go to school with their mom. Summers, it's week on, week off with all 5 kids, so we have a week with no kids. My husband is also retired and does not work, so this time away from his children is mostly all his time to do with as he pleases. I work full-time and am parenting my daughter Monday through Friday. My daughter is 6 years old and I take on full responsibilities of parenting when she is with me. Occasionally, I ask my husband to take over school drop-off pickup. I do all the cleaning and laundry for our entire household, 7 of us. That is a lot of laundry, a lot of cleaning. My husband takes on house maintenance duties like lawn care and does help me keep our home tidy. So by the weekend, I am drained from my duties, and the last thing I want to do is care for 4 additional children. My husband's kids are 12, 10, and the twins are 8. We have a wonderful relationship with their mother, but they have much different cleanliness standards at their house. I have high expectations and can't function in clutter or mess. When his kids are here, they are little tornadoes. Clothes everywhere, food everywhere, destroying the kitchen, eating in their rooms and the living room, food wrappers everywhere but the trash can. We have set rules and expectations in our home around cleaning up after themselves, but no one follows the rules. So I'm constantly getting after them when they are here. When they are here, I feel like I'm just walking through my house cleaning up trash and clothes and asking his children to clean up after themselves. I get anxiety before his kids come over nearly every weekend because I just want to enjoy a relaxing weekend after a long working and parenting week. Recently, I've started booking myself for most of the weekends so that I am not home when they are here. It has helped my mental health so much. But now my husband has expressed that he's not happy with me being out of the house most of the weekend because he wants more time with me while I'm not working and time with all of us together. He's also occasionally made plans on the weekend and left me to watch his children. I already feel extremely burned out from what I have on my plate, and the last thing I want is to be watching all 4 of his kids. It seems like anytime I bring up not wanting to spend time with or care for his children, it becomes an argument. I've asked him to make arrangements with his ex so that I can also have my time when this happens. Sometimes he does and sometimes he won't because he doesn't want to disturb the visitation schedule. I feel selfish for not wanting to babysit his children. It's just such a dramatic difference in parenting from 1 child to 4 children. Not to mention the occasional times that we have all 5 children. I don't feel like I have the bandwidth to be cleaning, cooking, caring for, and breaking up fights with the kids. What do I do? We also have a little edit here, so before I comment, I'm trying to gather most information as possible, guys, because this is a complicated one. Edit. I am 30 and my husband 33. He is 100% medically retired from the military. He's an incredible loving father and does parent them, but there are 4 of them, so it can get hectic in a split second. He also only makes plans on the weekends. His kids are here like every other month, so it's not so the time that I'm being asked to babysit them. I give him the freedom to do what he pleases on the days I have my daughter. We also make it a priority to spend quality time together on the occasions that we have no children. He is medically retired after sustaining injuries from an overseas tour along with severe PTSD. He suffers from a few medical inquiries that he has had recent surgery and medical care for. I don't feel burdened by his capabilities and disabilities. I am honored to be his partner and nurse him to health. It's just the burden of caring for 4 additional children that feels too much, especially now that we have established a baseline with his PTSD and medical health. We do a lot of activities as a family when everyone's together, but when it's just them, I don't feel like I should resuming mom duties for the children that aren't mine. They want to spend time with their dad and not me. And frankly, I don't really want to spend time with them either. It's nothing personal with them. Individually, they are all really good kids, but collectively, I don't like them. I didn't feel this way when I married my husband, but after years together, it started to wear me down. I'm becoming more withdrawn. I don't really feel bad about it either. In fact, it helps my mental health. But now, of course, my husband has noticed and feels like our marriage is rocky because of my feelings and urge to withdraw from his children. We have also been going to therapy to help us learning to be better parents with a blended family. We just started therapy and haven't had the opportunity to dig into these struggles yet. We have another appointment coming up in a few days. This one is really hard, guys. I don't think you're the asshole. I don't think there's an asshole here. That's the thing. I just think that there's a very complicated family dynamic that really needs to be discussed. And honestly, knowing that everyone is actually going to therapy to try and deal with this problem, it's probably the best case scenario. What I can only see is that there is a very exhausted, burnt out mother that feels this burden of having to take care of a lot. It's very, like, it's a lot, especially now that we know the update that the husband is also sick. PTSD is not a easy disorder to deal with either. There's a lot of things that come along with it, so there is a lot, it seems really a lot on your plate, on this lady's plate. So I think it's complicated because, once again, we also don't really know the dynamic of the family. It seems that the mother of the kids and the current mother-in-law, like, everyone's okay with it, but when it comes to separation families, like, some parents don't like the step parents to discipline kids and to try to tell them what to do, which can be very complicated to manage. So in this situation, I don't know if she is allowed to parent the kids, but if not, that should definitely be on the father to try and discipline the kids, so he will take some of the burden out of this mother, because it just seems like it's really just a lot. Now, the only comment that concerns me a bit is when she mentions that she does not like her stepkids. That is a very complicated that's a very complicated statement, because I mean, you are their stepmother, so, like, by being with someone that has kids already, you have to take on the whole family. That's the whole point. Like, once again, it's not her responsibility to be doing all of these things. It's definitely too much on her plate. But when I just get a little bit, like, it just throws me a little bit off when she says that she doesn't like them. Like, that's the only thing concerning, but I just think it's probably all the built up stress that is creating that feeling and not necessarily what she actually feels, especially because she mentions that in the beginning that was not a problem. I just think all of this stress has really put a toll onto the relationship. And so once again, I'm just very happy to know about the therapy, because I really feel like this family will benefit from that. But I don't think you're the asshole, and I don't think the husband is the asshole, and I don't think the kids are the assholes, because they're kids. They just need a little bit of, like, structure. It's also very hard when a family works with schedules like this. The dynamics are always very different. I mean, kids have to behave a certain way with their one of the sides of the family, then they have to act a whole different way with the other side. It's a very hard dynamic for kids too, and that's something we need to have in mind too, because they don't get to go there as often. So the dynamic is gonna always be a little bit weird. It's just a matter of really communicating this and really trying to see what works best so everyone's happy and everyone's taken care of. And this is gonna be all for Am I the Asshole Family Drama Edition. If you like this video, you might enjoy this one. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye bye.